What's up, everybody? Welcome back. To those that are new, welcome to another entertainment video. Today, I'm going to be doing a Bears recap. Bears just played the Indianapolis Colts last weekend, so just going to do a little bit of a dive into the game. And for those of you guys that are Bears fans, probably everybody watching, we already know we lost, guys. So Bears, we're now 1-2. We've lost 2 games in a row to 2 AFC South teams the last 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, we lost to the Houston Texans. Last week, we lost to the Indianapolis Colts. Both games, we lost by a combined 11 points. So a lot closer probably than it seems when you're watching the news or watching sports channels, watching or listening to the radio. You know, everything sounds like a disaster, but lost both games by a combined 11 points. They lost to the Colts 21-16. It's only down 5. You know, we were within a touchdown at the end of the game. And, you know, Bears, Caleb Williams, we had the ball both games with less than 3 minutes to go, driving down the field. So, you know, Caleb's a rookie. Maybe he would have got down there. We could have won both those games, at least had a chance to take the lead, but we weren't able to pull it off. So we've now lost 2 in a row after squeaking out and pulling off the miracle win in week 1 against the Titans, where we definitely shouldn't have won. So we're probably lucky to be 1-2 and not 0-3 right now. Good news in the last game, if we want to talk about any good news, was Caleb Williams did have his first career NFL touchdown, and it was to fellow rookie, fellow top 10 pick, Rome Odunze. So they connected early in the first half. Caleb was able to get on the board, or was it the first half? I don't even remember when it was, but they connected. I'm pretty sure it was in the first half. Oh, no, I'm lying. It was in the fourth quarter. I'm tweaking. I completely wrote the wrong number down. So I was like, it was not the first half. It was the second half in the fourth quarter. So Caleb finally got it. It was only a 1-yard touchdown pass, so obviously maybe we expected something a little more glamorous. But 1-yard touchdown pass, first career touchdown for Caleb Williams. He was 33 of 52 on pass attempts with 363 yards. He did have 2 touchdowns. The other one was to Cole Kmet, but he also had 2 interceptions and a lost fumble that pretty much came at the worst time. He was sacked again multiple times this game. He had 4 sacks for 31 yards. So just getting absolutely beat up back there. Rome Odunze, he had 6 receptions for 112 yards, and Cole Kmet was second on the Bears with 10 receptions, 97 yards. So a better game from the passing perspective, at least in terms of yards and touchdowns, but 33 of 52. I'm not a math magician, but that's not a high completion percentage. And the 2 interceptions, one of them a little bit tougher to deal with, the one that he tried to, make the throw close up on the sidelines. They picked it off, and maybe a throw like that in college you might be able to get away with, but not in the NFL. But overall, man, I think Caleb looked pretty solid out there. I mean, he passes the eye test, definitely looks like the real deal. He had a lot of plays win the game where you're like, all right, this dude's starting to get it. Yeah, the interceptions happen, and I know plenty of people talk about Peyton Manning leading the league in interceptions his rookie year. I don't want to put that type of pressure on it, but I guess by saying it. But, a player, you can still bounce back from those interceptions. So it's not going to necessarily break you, but see what he can make out of that. One thing, we're still not able to run the ball. So the Bears, they're second to last in rushing right now in the NFL. They're averaging only 72.7 rush yards a game. We brought over DeAndre Swift. He really not getting anything going. Roschon Johnson, probably the best looking running back that we had last week. He actually was able to get through, and it makes sense, man. He's a little bit more power running back, somebody that can, go right up in the I formation, which you never see anymore, but somebody that could run between the tackles versus Swift and Herbert, who are probably a little bit more shifty, people that are looking to get outside into some, some different, whether it's, why did I lose it? Like a pitch to the outside or some, some swings, things like that they do, getting them into the open field. But, it goes hand in hand. The offensive line, absolutely dog water, which I'll get to that. But for the Colts, Anthony Richardson didn't really have that good of a game, man. So he was only 10 of 20 from passing. He had 167 yards, no touchdown passes, 1 interception. Jonathan Taylor, Colts running back, he did break 100 yards. He had 110 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns. So Richardson, man, didn't really do much. Didn't look too great out there, but was still able to pull out the win, still did just enough. The Colts, Bears both looked like they were struggling the majority of the game to really get things going. Indianapolis got put into some better positions due to some of those turnovers that Caleb had. So, a lot of those big moments throughout the game. Bears in the first half, we had the ball at the goal line, first down, second down, third down, fourth down. They go for it on fourth. I'm sure we've all seen that play already. If not, jump on YouTube, jump on Twitter. But Bears try to go for like a little shotgun handoff from like the 3-yard line. 4 of our offensive linemen are just splattered on the ground. That play got absolutely blown up. I don't get why we're not just lining up regularly to try to punch it in. Something, bro. It's just a lot of these plays where I don't know if the coaches are getting into their own head. Do they think Caleb's a little bit better than he is? Maybe we're throwing the ball too much. Or is it because the offensive line is lacking, so they know maybe we're not going to be able to run it? I'm not sure. It's only 3 weeks, but right off the bat in the first half, that was a big play. Stop momentum. We weren't able to really get the ball down there as much throughout the rest of the game. And then, to end the first half, there was the Hail Mary. It was successful technically. DJ Moore caught the pass from Caleb, but DJ was like a yard or two right outside of the end zone. He got tackled, didn't break the plane. So we pretty much went into the half. Time expired. Didn't count. We didn't get any points out of that. So a couple plays right there where things could have gone either way. DJ Moore, if he's a yard inside, we would have got a touchdown, even though it's a Hail Mary, but we'll take it. And that first half, you can't, come on, man. We're trying to gain 2 yards. Our offensive line struggling, and they run this little like fucking handoff from the shotgun. They had another play. It wasn't on that, but where, Caleb tries to do a little option and flicks it out. It's like some of these plays just absolutely do not make sense to me. I don't know what we're thinking. And sometimes I'm like, man, it's the coach. But this shit happens every year with the Bears over and over, no matter who's the coach. Then probably the biggest play of the game, Caleb fumbled on a strip sack in Colts territory. They were only around the 15-yard line. So Caleb dropped back. He was stepping up in the pocket. Once again, the line got beat. I think it was actually our tight end that might have been trying to block on that last play. And Caleb just got wrecked, got stripped, fumbled down. He tried to go after it, didn't get it. Colts got it. They only had to go like 15 yards. Jonathan Taylor ended up running it in. That's when they took the lead. We did get the ball back, but like I said, we weren't able to finish it off. They ended up not getting anything at the end. No field goal, no touchdown, nothing. We also had a chance for Caleb to get a 2-point conversion that didn't go through. We could have cut it to 3, where at the end we could have gone for a field goal, but that didn't happen. But like I said, we're now 1-2, 2 losses in a row. But I guess the bright side, we've only lost by 11 points when you add up both the games. But we've also played the 1-2 Colts, so we gave the Colts a win. So I don't know if that's a good thing that we played them close or a bad thing. Week before, a lot closer. Obviously, the Texans are expected to be pretty good. We lost to them too, very similar, but I'm pretty sure they're also they're 2-1. So they beat us, but they did lose to the Vikings last week. So Vikings, real deal. We're not even going to talk about that, but Texans got spanked. So definitely a little bit challenging. Ooh, got to cough real quick. Hit the little mute button. But, Colts, close game, lost. They're not that good, so I don't know how to take that. Then Texans, close game, we lost, but they're actually pretty good. So you can kind of see it both ways. I guess the question I have is, who's to blame for the 1-2 start? Can you blame somebody for the 1-2 start? Is it Caleb Williams? He has 5 turnovers in just the last 2 games, maybe holding the ball a little too long, getting sacked. Is it the offensive line? According to StatMuse, they've given up 13 sacks already, which is 3rd most in the NFL. Is it our offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron, his first year with the team? He's coming from Seattle. Seattle kind of had like a mediocre run-of-the-mill offense, so some people are kind of confused why the Bears even got him. Or is it Coach Eberflus? I mean, he had some questionable clock management, questionable challenge management, challenging plays that I'm not sure why he's taking. And he's only had an 11-26 record since joining the Bears. So which one of them to blame? I'm going to go with none. I think it's actually the general management, the organization to blame. I mean, Eberflus's record speaks for itself. They had a chance this year to just go in, hire a brand new coach, probably offensive-minded, somebody to help Caleb develop. They could have got somebody probably better than Shane Waldron, so they got to pick both of these dudes. And, we really, pretty much the last 5 or 6 years, no offensive line. We haven't been able to build anything regardless of who's behind the center, who's behind the line. Nobody's getting protected. If you're a Bears quarterback, best guarantee you're going to be in the top 5 getting sacked, and better hope you last throughout the year without getting injured. So I'm going to have to say it's definitely got to be on the organization, the management. Ryan Poles, he's made some great moves on the offensive side, even on the defensive side. But at the end of the day, you need somebody at the top coaching, running it, putting that example out there, what's for the team. So, it's still early, though. With all that being said, man, we've only lost by a combined 11 points. So it's a little bit early to me to start panicking. I mean, we're 1-2. You're within a touchdown in the last 2 games, and that's with a rookie, with a new coordinator, rookie with a brand new everything, coach, city. So I think there's a lot of optimism, and just with the eye test alone, Caleb definitely looks like the real deal. He has got a lot of throws that are going into those pockets. He's made some plays on even plays that got called back where he has some escapes, some throwing on the run that you're just like, bro, not everybody can make that play. Had a couple of moments where you wanted to shed a tear. Romo Dunze caught the touchdown. I felt it coming. I'm like, wow, man. That's what it feels like. Even though people can talk their shit, I'm still happy. I think we're in a good position right now. I did pick us to go 10-7 before the season. So who knows? I mean, I think obviously right now we can kind of go either way. So it's still really early. I still think the Bears are a pretty solid team. Given some of these circumstances, given all the questionableness on the offensive line, on the time management, on challenge management, I mean, we're still right there in every game. Teams got to learn how to win together. So it'd be a little naive to expect us to come out the gate just gun blazing, win every game. I did pick us to win this game and kind of go 500 through the first. I think it was 6 or 8 games. So if we could bounce back and steal another one, but it's going to be tough. Indianapolis is definitely a game that we probably should have won. But coming up next for this Sunday, Bears hosting the Los Angeles Rams. It's going to be a noon kickoff game. So tough game for the Bears. Rams also 1-2, but last game they looked really good against the 49ers, who are one of the best teams in the NFL, especially in the NFC. So no Cooper Kupp, no Puka Nacua, but the Rams are still a force to be reckoned with. So keep your eyes open for those Bears, guys. It's going to be a long winter. We'll see if it's going to go good, if it's going to go bad. We're 1-2, but I'm still bearing down, locking in. It's Bear season, y'all. So stay tuned. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think, man. Do we have a chance this year? What's our record going to be? Are we panicking too soon? Is this just how the Bears, is this what we do? Do we just start getting nervous? We lose a couple games. There's teams that are like 0-3 out there that are still, excited. Not 0-3, like 1-2, maybe the Ravens, for example, beat up on the Cowboys. But what are we worried about, guys? Caleb's first year. I think the biggest thing is we got to look competent. We got to look like we know what we're doing. But like, comment, follow, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Bears drop to 1-2. I think we got them next week, though. Stay easy.